And we're back in the car again. If you didn't already know, I am a big fan of theme parks, and yet in light of current events, I haven't been to one in a long time. But slowly and surely, things in Orlando are slowly opening back up. Which brings us to today's Adventure Explorers. We are back at SeaWorld, the water park capital of the world. That's not true. The water tank capital of Florida. Of course, this won't quite be the SeaWorld we remember. There's a lot of rules, there's a lot of regulations, all in an effort to keep us safe amidst this current ongoing pandemic. But that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun today. So, we're gonna go inside, we're gonna see what we can see, we're gonna look at some fish, maybe get on a ride or two, and we're just gonna have a blast at SeaWorld. But first, we gotta suit up. Let's go inside. I had to remember what row I parked in, row 13. I haven't had to do that in a while. I gotta make sure that I don't forget where the car is. And we have made it inside the world of sea. And now we gotta see what we can see of the world. Getting inside wasn't too bad. It was pretty painless, seamless. They put that laser gun against my head, and that was it. I passed the test, and here we are. Welcome back, it says. It's good to be back. The ducks are sticking to the shade. Glad and happy we've returned. Presumably, it could be like, oh no, these guys again. But I doubt it. Our company is great company. Dolphins are much different than ducks. Considerably different. In a lot of ways. Oh, there's two of them here. Look at these dolphins just chilling, hanging out, having a blast with their weird cylindrical toys that they fling in the air. We can learn from the dolphins so much. Isn't it weird that those things exist? When we were shopping for donuts at Target, those guys are here. They're all over the world. They're swimming, they're playing with their rubber toys. It's inspiring. It's inspiring. Let's keep going. So we've made it to a lagoon, a bay of sorts. We're just across. We have the brand new roller coaster Icebreaker, which at least from this vantage point looks pretty complete. I don't understand. It seems like it just ends right there. That's where they launch you. You get the momentum on this side, and then you shoot up, and then it's sort of like a catapult. A roller coaster catapult. So I see fountains in the distance, and I'm drawn to that. Wait, look at this. What kind of creature is lurking underneath the waters here? My goodness gracious. That's massive. Monstro, are you coming up for air, or are you passing gas? Who can say? Okay, fountains. Let's go closer to those fountains without being hit by a crane or a stork or whatever white-winged bird that was. It's hot today, I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like I'm muffled. I feel like it's gonna be hard to understand what I'm saying. You guys gotta let me know. Am I coming across clear? Because I feel like I'm muffled, but maybe that's just my hearing. And you guys know how I feel about fountains. Pretty passionate about them, so it shocks me that this amphitheater over here is not packed to the rafters with people Excited to watch this dancing water show over here. It's not quite World of Color, but still water. That's pretty good, right? It's like half the elements. But it's like World of Color, or minus the color. Minus the music, minus the Disney. Huh.
SeaWorld is committed to the health and safety of all our guests and employees. Please remember to wear face coverings at all times. Wash and sanitize your hands frequently, and keep 6 feet between your party and others. Thank you, and enjoy your day here at SeaWorld.
So a lot of stuff is still currently closed, like Wild Arctic the ride, but it does look like the exhibits are open. So let's go look at some Arctic animals. With all the heliports closed over here, really getting the sensation of an abandoned ice station. Thinking about like The Thing or other scary things that happened in an ice station. It's windy out there. Here we go, we got a beluga over here. And underneath us. It's always so quiet in here. It really adds to the eeriness. Can you imagine if you stumbled upon an abandoned ice station and then suddenly there was this big pool full of beluga whales? You wouldn't trust them as far as you could throw them, and belugas are huge, so you cannot throw them far. I don't trust them. I do not trust you, belugas. We got the spice cabinet here. Lots of interesting, lots of spices, Italian things I'm seeing mostly, or ooh, Cholula. Oh, yeah, that's behind it. That's Cholula. I didn't know Cholula had a seasoning. This is an amazing revelation. Cholula makes a seasoning? See, I sort of got to take a minute here. This is like Tower of Terror level, like abandoned vibes, because it's just us in this weird hallway, and it's like someone forgot to turn off the radio. What happened here? What the heck did those belugas do? What the heck did they do? The radio jockey is he's way too cheery. He doesn't know what atrocities happened here. He doesn't know what those belugas are up to. But we know. We gotta say something. This is spooky. This is spooky. I gotta get out of here. It might be hard to believe, but this is actually where the Beatles once recorded a record. John, Paul, George, and Ringo, right here, recorded for posterity in the presence of the walrus. It was more authentic that way. We're in another abandoned part of the base station, and it doesn't feel like I'm in a theme park right now. The isolation of quarantine has gotten to me, and so now this kind of thing just really puts me on edge. Oh God, okay. I think we've made it out of the corridor. It's actually pretty clearly marked so we don't get too lost, but okay, good. Good. We've made it back to the building, and the still kind of creepy music. I can't wait for Christmas time. On the other hand, all this Christmas music is getting me in the mood for some holiday spirit. Look at this little be a fountain. Man. This is what you do when hand sanitization is not enough. They take you over to Infinity Falls and they give you a nice, good dousing. So I did bring the GoPro today so we could get on some roller coasters finally, but they did not like the flimsy little string, the little wrist strap that I have for myself. So I need to get a new one. And you know what? It's not all bad, because currently with social distancing measures in place, the wait time for Mako, one of the more popular roller coasters here, is at 95 minutes. Feels like we've been waiting for forever for the parks to reopen, and now they are open, but I think I just gotta ease myself into it. Don't know if I got a 95-minute wait in me. Whoa! Maybe I should. Maybe the score is telling me that I need to. No, not today. Once I have this approved, this SeaWorld approved wrist strap for the GoPro, we are gonna come here. We are gonna ride all of the rides. We may even ride Infinity Falls. Don't hold me to that, but I'm putting in the order today. All right. Now where do we go? I don't know what these are officially, but they are magnificent. Are those tuna? I don't think those are tuna, but maybe those are tuna. I should look at a sign. They are tarpon, and they are magnificent. Wait, that's not a tarpon. There's a tarpon. Look at that guy. Look at that big, shiny, glimmering, glistening tarpon. Tarpon, I've said this, I've always said this. Tarpon are my favorite kind of fish. Stingrays are in the top 10 for sure, but tarpon is number one. I just love tarpon. Tarpon was actually the first word I said as a baby. Look at you, tarpon. Majestic, majestic tarpon. Whoa! Something's happening! Come on, stingrays, it's not always about you. Let me wax poetic about the tarpon. Typical stingray. Always gotta be the star of the show. But you notice how the tarpon, they continue to flutter about with great mirth and gaiety. It's just their nature. It's the nature of the tarpon. Oh look, shells! We've made it to the flamingos, and I love how triumphant the accompanying score just got. Look at how majestic they walk. Their backwards knees, their pink hue. Nature's beautiful, beautiful mystery, the flightless ostrich of beauty. Oh yes, yes, yes. Look at these fish. If I could build my own apartment and money was no option, this would be the kind of ceiling I would have. Beautiful underwater shark ceiling. Listen to that score. That score sets the mood perfectly for what's going on inside here. The majesty, the beauty, the tranquility of the ocean. That is that. It's just a tiny little exhibit, but I could honestly spend hours in there just looking at all the fish, all the little swimmers and swimmy things. Fascinating to me. Guys, it looks like it's about to rain, so we might need to call it right now. This is a quick visit that we had to SeaWorld today, but we did a lot of stuff. We didn't get to go on any rides, but you know what, that's okay. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back with the right equipment so that I can bring you along with me. But honestly, because I haven't done any of the roller coasters or anything like that here, the exhibits are my favorite part of this place anyway. And today, with all these social distancing measures in place, it was almost like they were all to myself. So I really appreciated being able to, you know, go and see the belugas and see the tarpon and all the other creatures that we saw today. It was really exciting, it was really peaceful. It was a nice way to wean back into theme parking. It's not all the way 100% normal, but we're getting there. We're doing the things that we need to do to get there. So it's good to just have a taste of the theme parks back. And I can't wait. You guys know me. I can't wait to get back to Disney World. This is just scratching the surface of the excitement. So, until next time, we'll see you in the happy place. Bye.
Together, we're going to protect marine life and the oceans they call home. Your decision